tips to look younger in our 50s, our 60s, our 70s, and beyond. Actually, I don't mean that. When I say look younger, I think it's society telling me that looking younger is good. I don't want to look younger. Why would I want to look younger? I'm 59. I'm proud to be 59. Why wouldn't I want to look 59? What I think I mean when I say that is I want to look like the best version of the age I am. And that just means looking healthy, looking rested, looking fresh. So those tips are going to help us accomplish that. Let's kind of recondition our brains to not fall into that idea that we want to look younger. We don't want to look younger. We want to embrace the age we are. So I have 8 simple tips. No, I do. One of them is not simple. One of them is darn near impossible. So let's start with that one. Okay, so let's get going. Let's embrace our age, ladies. We're in our 50s, our 60s, our 70s, whatever age we are. It's fabulous. And let's dive into how we can look our best at that age. Before we get started, I just want to say a big hello. I know I have a bunch of new friends and I owe it all to Serena. Fashion with Serena was so kind. She made a post commenting that her friends should come check me out, and so many of you did. She doesn't know me, just out of the kindness of her heart, she did that for me, and it has I can hardly talk about it without getting verklempt because it's such a kind thing. She's clearly a really kind, good person. And if you have not yet subscribed, I would love it, love it, love it if you would. It means so much to me. And I hope you come back and visit me some more. So let's get started. So my number one tip that I said is darn near impossible is get a good night's sleep. But let's jump into imagination world and imagine that we do all these steps and it happens. We get a good night's sleep. For the rest of our lives, we get a good night's sleep. If that happens, we'll probably live to be about 1,000 years old. The first thing I do is plan when I should go to sleep. Have a bedtime. So I know when I should start winding down and working towards that hour. Having a routine is really important. My grandfather, I just have to tell you this story. He lived to be 107 years old, and I mean, just healthy all those years. He didn't die longer, he lived long. So he woke up at the same time every day. He ate breakfast at the same time every day, lunch, dinner, bed. And he was a farmer, so he exercised every day. He didn't get to the gym for a spin class, but he was out in the field working, so he exercised. So he ate well-balanced meals. There was no preservatives in his food. It was just good, healthy meal. I don't ever remember him sitting in front of the TV eating a bag of chips. So there was no junk food in his life. So those are things that we can try to achieve. Probably we wouldn't do that every day like he did, but that is, to me, is always trying to achieve that type of a lifestyle. So everybody makes fun of me that I eat dinner at 5 o'clock. I make exceptions because if I didn't, no one would ever go out to dinner with us. So when they say reservations are at 8, I want to cry, but I do it anyways. I put on my big girl panties and I go eat at 8, and then I don't sleep well. I need to eat by 5 so that I'm still doing some things before I lay down to sleep. I need to have time for my body to start the digestion process a little bit before I'm laying down. Then start working towards that bedtime. I have a tea that I started drinking about 6 months ago, and it just, helps to sort of relax, get me in the mindset that the day is winding down. I take a hot bath. If you have some sort of quiet time that you do where you just sit with God or you meditate, be a very relaxing, stretching little routine with maybe a little yoga and some breathing exercises. These are just ideas just to sort of learn how to start winding down. Don't watch the news. How about that? That I think is the best advice I have given in my entire life. And then, I can't even say it with a straight face. Turn off all your devices. Okay, I know we're in fantasy land, but let's try to bring that fantasy into our real life. The less we have all that electronic stuff going on, the better off we are. And I know I'm so late to the game on moisture wicking fabric, but I finally found pajamas that are moisture wicking, and with my night sweats has really helped me a lot. I actually have a video on those pajamas. If you want to watch it, I will link it. Here's a great tip. Make it through menopause, because menopause really messes with our sleep. But I am starting to get to the end, so those of you who are in the thick of it, I have good news. There's light at the end of the tunnel. It will come, ladies. Just hang in there. It's gonna be okay. So number one, top of the list has to be getting a good night's sleep, because that dictates our entire day. So goal number one, good night's sleep. Number two is skincare. I think that if we get a really good skincare and we're consistent, doesn't matter really what it is. Although I did switch from just my whole life, I've just messed with skincare, a little here, a little there, all over the place. And I just recently, like in the last 6 months, I switched over to a medical grade skincare. I've heard people say it doesn't make a difference. To me, it's night and day. Following just that skincare, because their products kind of work all together to achieve a goal. And I'll never go back to a little here and a little there. It has really changed my skin. And I also have a video on that, my ZO video. I didn't realize I have as many videos as I have, but I've got a few for a girl who didn't start that long ago. So just having really cared for skin makes a difference. Doesn't matter if it has wrinkles, just that you've been taking care of it just gives it a really fresh glow, which I think is beautiful. So tip number 3 would be hair. We all have bad hair days. On my bad hair days, I do a high pony. Just doing something to your hair, not just leaving it kind of straggly and hanging, putting a little bit of effort in helps on those bad hair days. And then finding a hairstyle that works with the hair you have today, because the hair that we had 20 years ago is not the hair that we have today. It's thinning, it's the texture changes, we have gray. Finding a hairstyle that works with what we have. I have another video about hair, and this one is actually really fun because all my girlfriends came together. They gave me all the products they use. They all have different hair issues, and so all the products, what their hairstyles are. Seriously, go check that one out. It's actually so fun, and I love it because it was like our community coming together and helping each other out. So that one is really fun. But that's really, our hair really is something that makes us feel good about ourselves. And at the end of the day, all of these tips really do come down to how it makes us feel. Okay, tip number 4. As far as makeup goes, I would say that, first of all, just that well cared for skin is your canvas. That's really all you need, just that beautiful glow. But I have 2 things that are completely transforming. So brows frame our face. So having nice defined brows really make a difference. I started losing my eyebrows. They got really thin a few years back. So I started using this product called Nue Brow. And it's a serum that you just put on. I put it on every night. I think it took 3 months before I started to see a difference. At first, don't get discouraged because you don't think anything is happening. Just keep at it. I want to say a good 3 months. And then they grow long, but I still have spots that are not perfect, so I still do, fill it in. And then another option for brows would be microblading. That's a slippery slope. Do your research on that because it can go bad really quickly. When done well, it's beautiful. They have such great techniques these days where it really looks very fluffed and natural, but you don't want to get that harsh, dark line because what microblading is tattooing your eyebrow on there. So that is something to consider doing. And then tip number 5 is lashes. And I have a video on that. I'm just gonna tell you long lashes change your life, but there are so many ways to do it. I can't get into it here, but I do have a whole video on it. So I'll have lots of links listed for you in the description below. So definitely lashes, long, thick, dark lashes are transforming. And today, there are so many ways to achieve that. And at the very least, if you don't want to do anything else, just get in there with a good mascara and put a couple of coats on, and it will make a big difference. Tip number 6 would be a mani-pedi. Always just taking care to make sure that your nails, they don't have to be anything fancy, they don't have to be long, they just have to be well groomed. And again, it's one of those things that just makes you feel good too. You don't want chipped nails, just nice, clean manicure looks beautiful. And a pedi, that's where I go crazy and just put something bright, something pretty, something kind of flashy. I do it even if I'm not showing my toes off. It makes me feel happy to look down at my little toes and see a little pop of color. And I always do that myself. To me, it's one of those things at night when I'm trying to calm down and just relax. I just find something like that really relaxing. And then tip number 7 is how we dress. That's a big one on how it makes us feel too. And I have lots of, this is starting to be a drinking game, and I have a lot of videos on that too. So I will link everything below. But just finding something that makes you feel comfortable without looking frumpy, because there are so many ways to look amazing in a casual way. You just have to have those right clothes available. It's as easy to grab cute clothes as it is to grab frumpy clothes. So just getting in the habit of having those available quickly to grab. You put them on, it looks effortless. It looks very je ne sais quoi. I look fabulous. I don't know. I just threw something on. That kind of look. And it makes you look good, it makes you feel good, and how we dress really makes a huge impact on how we feel and how people see us. And tip number 8, drum roll please, this is the best tip I am going to give. Smile. Smiling will make you look beautiful, it'll make you look healthy, it'll make you look everything fabulous. And I have a quote for you today from my favorite movie, Elf. I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite. And I do use that quote a lot. Ask anybody. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much. Again, a big welcome to all my brand new friends. I always say I can never, ever have enough friends. If you haven't yet subscribed, it means a lot to me. So please do subscribe. We have the coolest old lady gang in town. Like I always say, we rock our age, because whatever age you are, I mean, I loved every age I was at. And 59 is no different. Love being 59. So many great things about being this age. This is a fabulous stage in life. So let's embrace it together. Let's form this community. Comment if you have not. If you're here because of Serena, please tell me. It's just so exciting. Okay, if you give me a like, it makes my heart sing. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.